All right, naming cells and ranges. So far, you've referred to a cell or range by its address, except when you entered formulas within an Excel table. Cell and range references do not indicate what data is stored in those cells. Instead, you can use a defined name to assign a meaningful descriptive name to a cell. So, what do I mean by that? So, let's say, for example, when thinking about how to design your personal application, you wanted to create something called monthly expenses. Okay. So we created monthly expenses, and what we're going to do is we're going to highlight from A all the way to, let's say, C. We're going to merge and center that cell. From there, we're going to put rent slash mortgage, depending on which of the two you are currently paying. Then we're going to put car payment. And then we would put groceries, depending on how much if you're paying for groceries or not, meal plan, whatever the case may be, auto expenses, um, personal care, um, credit cards, gas, if you're paying gas bill, uh, auto insurance. Then we would have a cell phone, student loans, if you haven't taken out some loans that you owe, an electric bill, uh, water bill, if you have that. Again, you can put whichever of the two you have. Okay. And then we would put MISC for miscellaneous. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight A all the way to C. Okay. And I'm actually going to hover to the bottom where I get my cursor to look like a compass. And I'm just going to drag this down one to create space over the top. From there, I'm going to write item on one side. Okay. And then I am going to write, I'll write cost on the other side. I'm going to highlight all the way to C. I'm going to put a underline underneath it. I'm going to go to cell styles. I'm going to do a heading. Let's do a heading 3. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight all the way down in cost, and I am going to put a money sign, the data format. So the data format I'm putting right now is the floating accounting number sign. So that way, if I put anything in here, as I change it, it will actually reflect exactly what I need it to reflect, which is currently 0. I'm going to change monthly expenses, and I'm going to change it to uh, let's do a heading 3 for monthly expenses. So naming cells and ranges. Okay, so this is something that we've covered before, but I want to recover it and go over it one more time to show you guys exactly how it works so we can make sure we remember it. Okay, so a defined name enables you to quickly navigate within the workbook to the cell or range with the defined name. You can also use defined names to create more descriptive formulas, which we're going to get deeper into as we continue learning about Excel. So monthly expenses is what I have here. If I wanted to define this section here as monthly expenses, all I would actually have to do is the following. Okay, I would highlight monthly expenses. Okay, the whole table. I can right click on it and actually go down to where it says define name. And then it's going to ask me what would I like to define this as. Okay, I like that it says monthly expenses already, so I'm going to click OK. So now whenever I need to refer to this sheet, I can just click on the drop down menu here and click on monthly expenses. This particular section, well, this particular table that I created will be known and recognized as defined names. Okay, so defined names is an easy way to navigate around certain sections of your spreadsheet that you've created without causing too much difficulty of getting into it. And as we go on deeper into this lesson, you're going to see why defining names and sections in your spreadsheet is going to be very important. So the shortcut to that is if you press Control F3, right? You will get the naming manager. So by pressing Control F3, you're going to get the naming manager. And the naming manager will actually allow you to edit all of your defined names, okay? And it will also allow you to add and create newly defined names in your spreadsheet. So defining names and sections is a very, very cool functionality that exists in Excel that will allow you to take some of your capabilities to the next level as we build an Excel application to meet our needs.